Introduction. In a world that never stops speaking, where every moment is punctuated by notifications, conversations, and the ever present hum of technology, we seldom acknowledge a fundamental truth. The loudest moments in our lives are not those filled with noise, but those weighted with our own thoughts and reflections. Solitude is often misunderstood. It is not loneliness, nor is it an escape from life. Rather, it is an encounter with oneself, a space where clarity emerges and the essence of existence becomes tangible. Throughout history, great minds have embraced solitude, not as a retreat from the world, but as a means to understand it more deeply. Today, we embark on a journey through the depths of solitude, exploring its hidden power, its challenges, and its potential to transform us in ways we never imagined. The modern fear of silence. In our hyper-connected age, silence has become uncomfortable. We reach for our phones the moment we are alone, as if solitude is something to be avoided. But why? Is it because in silence we confront the thoughts we have buried beneath distractions? Virginia Woolf once wrote, "A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction." While Woolf spoke of creative independence, her words hold a broader truth. Everyone needs a space, both physically and mentally, to be alone with their thoughts. Solitude is not a deprivation, but a necessity. It is in these quiet spaces that the mind finds its voice, free from the noise of the world. The transformative nature of solitude. Solitude is not just a moment of quiet, it is a crucible for transformation. When we step away from external influences, we see ourselves more clearly. We recognize our fears, our desires, and the deeper motivations that drive us. Henry David Thoreau, who famously retreated to Walden Pond, did not do so to escape society, but to understand it from a distance. "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life," he wrote. Thoreau's solitude was an act of intentional living, a way to strip life down to its essence and engage with it fully. In solitude, we gain perspective. We move beyond reactive thinking and begin to see life through a clear lens. The worries that seemed overwhelming in the midst of noise often become manageable in the quiet of reflection. Creativity and solitude. Many of the greatest works of art, literature, and philosophy were born from solitude. Creativity flourishes when the mind is free from the constraints of constant interaction. Franz Kafka, who led a largely solitary life, once wrote, "You do not need to leave your room. Remain sitting at your table and listen. You do not even need to listen. Simply wait, be quiet, still and solitary. The world will freely offer itself to you to be unmasked." Kafka understood that, in stillness, ideas emerge. The greatest insights do not come from external chatter, but from deep internal exploration. Writers, painters, composers, all have sought solitude to commune with their own thoughts, to hear their inner voice more clearly. Beethoven, when composing, would retreat into isolation, shutting out the world to create symphonies that spoke to the depths of human emotion. Creativity is not born in the crowd, but in the quiet corners of existence, where the mind is free to wander, imagine, and create. Solitude as a path to inner strength. Solitude is not always easy. In its depths, we may encounter our own vulnerabilities, but it is through this confrontation that we grow stronger. Rainer Maria Rilke, in his letters, advised a young poet, "You must learn to love solitude. It is in these moments, alone with yourself, that you find your truest companion." Rilke saw solitude as a path to self reliance, a means of cultivating resilience and inner fortitude. In solitude, we learn to be comfortable with ourselves. We develop the ability to sit with our own company, to embrace our thoughts rather than fear them. This self sufficiency is a powerful strength. It means that no matter where we go, no matter what circumstances we face, we are never truly alone. We carry within us a deep sense of self. The challenge of embracing solitude. Yet, despite its benefits, solitude is not always welcome. It can be daunting, even unsettling, to face ourselves without the buffer of external distractions. In his essay, Self Reliance, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself." This is perhaps the greatest challenge of solitude. It asks us to find peace within, rather than seeking it from others. The journey into solitude is not always comfortable. At first, we may feel restless, uneasy, as if we are missing out on the world. But with time, we come to see that the world is not something we must always be in the midst of. It is something we carry within us. A call to silence. As we move forward in our fast paced world, let us not forget the value of stepping back. Solitude is not an absence, but a presence of mind, of self, of deeper understanding. The greatest thinkers, creators, and visionaries have all known the secret. The most profound insights arise not from noise, but from silence. So the next time you find yourself alone, resist the urge to fill the space with distractions. Instead, sit with the quiet, embrace it. Listen to the thoughts that arise, for they are yours and yours alone. In that space, you may just find the clarity, the creativity, and the strength you've been seeking all along.